Howdy, and welcome to Animal Crossing New Horizons. This video is just going to be taking a little look at my town, or I guess island, you say island now, not town, of Misfitsin. We're just going to be taking a look around the island, taking a look at my house, maybe talking just a little bit about Animal Crossing, and that, spoilers, that I like it and enjoy it, and just, taking a chill little walk around town. This isn't going to be a series or anything. Just chilling, looking at our town. I've wanted to do this for a while, and I just didn't really have the means to do it. And then my girlfriend got an Elgato, and I was like, oh shit, can I borrow that to record something with it? And she was like, yeah, sure. And then I just hadn't done it. Whoops. There is a bit of delay for me. So like, it's not a lot of delay. It's Animal Crossing, so it's probably not going to be up. It is not going to be a problem for me. It won't show up for y'all because I can, even if there's an audio desync or whatever, I can fix that in editing. But for me, whenever I go right on the D-pad, there is a noticeable lag for me because I don't know how to set up the Elgato properly. I've never used a capture card. I've always just recorded natively off my computer. So let's start with the town's name, Misfitsin. Why is it called that? Well, in New Leaf, my town's name was Jim Jamia, named after Jim from Jim and the Hologram, specifically the Jim Jam. And then whenever, new Animal Crossing came out, I was like, oh, I should continue this Jim and the Holograms tradition. Don't know what Jim and the Holograms is. It's an 80s girl band cartoon show, and I adore it. Great show. Wonderful time. I love watching it. This isn't like an irony thing. I just actually legitimately enjoy it. It like started off as a haha, look at this, but by the end of the show I was like, oh no, it's over. I loved every second of this. It's such a just delightful little thing. And the Misfits are the first rival band in the show. So when it came time to name my next Animal Crossing town, I figured we'll move on from Gem onto the Misfits. Their songs are better. And our town theme is Making Mischief, I believe. I had my friend Lord Quadros help me out with that because I do not have a knack for music and I couldn't figure out the notes to make it. I'm not sure if we'll hear it in this. I forgot where it shows up. It's been a while since I played this game. I've wanted to make this video for like a year and a half. So let's just talk about our residents first. So Renee was actually one of the first residents, one of my first two residents I had in town, and I thought she was very cool. She is the big sister archetype, and she's kind of got like a bit of like a delinquent thing going on. I thought she was really neat, so I decided she could stay. Bruce, Bruce, I like me a deer. I think they're cool. Bruce kind of has a bit of like a greaser kind of... well, I was going to say Bruce Springsteen, but Bruce Springsteen's not really a greaser, and I feel like he's more greasery and less Bruce Springsteen. His name's literally Bruce. That's why I was thinking of it. I'm an idiot. But Bruce and I have the same birthday, so I was like, oh, well, I have to have Bruce on my town. Pietro's a clown, so I decided I was going to have clown. Flora, I like flamingos. I think they're cool. I've wanted Flora in one of my towns for a while, and I just kind of lucked out and was able to get her. She's very funny because she is technically an ostrich by like species, but they've colored her like a flamingo, and they're basically the same once you like cutesify them like they are for Animal Crossing. Zucker's an octopus who's also a takoyaki ball, and I thought that was very cute. I haven't been saying what their archetypes are. Zucker's lazy. She's peppy. What's smug? Smug is what you call that one. Grumpy. I'm pretty sure it's grumpy. It's been a minute. I have not been playing Animal Crossing because we'll talk about it. But Zucker, I was just like, oh, I gotta have that one. You can kind of see that I like villagers, neighbors that kind of have a theme to them as opposed to kind of just plain Jane. Anka, everyone knows Anka. She's snooty. Anka's great. I was so happy to get Anka. I had Anka in New Leaf, and then I missed playing for like a couple days and just happened to like just miss like her moving out, which I would have tried to stop. And that was like what I was like, well, I don't want to play New Leaf anymore. I've messed up my town because I was going for what I would consider like a perfect group of villagers, which I consider myself to have now. Like none of these people I would want to move out. I mean, there are other villagers that I like, of course, but once I got this lineup, I'm like, oh, I'm good. We got Ribbot. He's a robot frog. He's a Ribbot. He's a jock, which I think is very funny to have a robot jock. I just like that conceptually. We got Tia. I think she's normal type. She's a teapot elephant. I don't know what to say about it. It's pretty great. Coco. Coco's styled. She's a rabbit. She's also a normal type. Styled like the gyroids in game. And I remember seeing her, I believe, in the guide for. Well, wait, I didn't have the physical. Did I? I might have bought a physical guide at some point for Animal Crossing on the GameCube. Because at one point, okay, we'll get this story out of the way. My dad bought Animal Crossing for my sister for a. We were going on like a little like road trip, and it was like, oh, you know, we'll get a game for her so she has something to do. We rented me Wario World for some reason. I guess he was like, well, we'll rent this for Zach. She gets to buy. Well, she didn't buy it, you know, obviously parents. So we got that game, and we were just both enamored with it. And of course, even though it was her game, I ultimately ended up playing just a way more of it. And I remember seeing Coco. Sorry, I like my brain melted down for a second. I saw Coco in the guide, and I was like, I must have Coco on my island. And even though I've played every Animal Crossing except for City Folk, I've never managed to get Coco. So I went out of my way to get Coco in this game. I did the thing where you get all the nuke tickets so you can keep going to islands over and over again to try and like farm her out, because I just wanted it so bad. And I spent so many nuke points. And last but not least is Lucky. Lucky is also lazy. And Lucky's just a little mummy dog. Very cute. But I managed to have Lucky and Anka in my previous town. And I was like, I shouldn't get them again. I should get some new ones. And then I got Anka, and I was like, well, I got to get Lucky. And I didn't really have any luck with getting Lucky. And I ended up going halvesies with a friend to purchase the Lucky amiibo card so we could just both scan them in and call it a day. I was planning on duping it, but I was running into problems with the duping process to, you know, make a fake amiibo and lie. But, you know, it all worked out, and I'm very happy with the villagers I was able to get. I could talk a little bit about the town layout. It'd probably make more sense to walk through it as we do, instead of just chilling here in front of my house. So you'll see I have a lot of the Lily of the Valley. I forget what they're called, because there's another name for them. I don't remember. But, you know, I have the town laid out in a very specific way. As you can see, I put myself in the center of it because, hey, this is my island. I financed everything. I built it. I'm not a cruel dictator, but this is the way I wanted it. I have my pumpkin patch. I suppose this would make more sense to see from this way, but, you know, we have our museum. You can come here and you can see this Triceratops built the correct way. You can't really see it. You got to get a little farther away. But I have a little Brontosaurus, Brachiosaurus. They're probably different. Just sitting over the thing. Also correctly built, as you can see. And also, if you're watching this on, you know, around when it's released, you know, I dirty time traveled. I did it for a very, very specific reason. Not to be a dirty time traveler, but just because for reasons. So we have just a little wild area out here. This used to be a bigger pond, but after I caught all the fish, I decided to turn it into a Z just for, you know, my name's Zach, that's why. The reason I time traveled is because I have these azalea bushes, so I wanted them in bloom. So I just picked a day that they would be in bloom, and I figured, hey, May 5th, my birthday's in May, why not? I could have actually picked my birthday, but I didn't want, like, oh, come hang out for your birthday. And I mentioned having all the fish, just so I can get this brag out of the way. And by brag, I mean, I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. Well, what the hell was wrong with me was, you know, the pandemic had just begun, and it's only gotten worse. But, you know, when this game started, I was like, you know, I think I'm just going to get every single Nook achievement in this game. And for some reason, I stuck through with that. A lot of these are very grindy. Like, you know, there's some where it's just like, you do this thing once or attend this event. A lot of these are very grindy. And I managed to do that by playing this game while I was at work. You know, I'd be in a meeting, just be like, I can grind out some stuff in Animal Crossing. Oh, I need to listen to a podcast. I can grind out some stuff in Animal Crossing. So, you know, I just ended up getting every single achievement in this game because I wanted to, I guess. So over here, we have a little elephant enclosure, you know, little zoo for the elephants. I always forget how to say this person's name, but Sketchiganza, I'll put it on screen. on Twitter had a very cool elephant setup, and I was like, I want just a little elephant setup. So you have a little elephant setup, little beach. We got an arcade here, just a bunch of games that you can play, and also just recipes for random stuff that I've just kept around, because before they had the update where you could put the recipes in, storage. I just left them out here, but then that went away, so I just kept some cool ones that if anyone ever came over for whatever reason, they could take. This little ukulele shirt that I made the design for, just kind of pixel by pixel, like recreated the key art for the first game. So this is kind of like the town hub. You're going to notice that things are a bit squished until they're not in my town. I wish I would have spaced them out a bit more, but I'm very I need these things close together, very efficient. It's the way my brain works for whatever reason. And so we can kind of come over here and, get into the residential district, because for some reason I divided things up. Here's our entrance. You come into town, you got a little mossy rock. You see which way do you want to go? Do you wish to go to death or towards pumpkin? Which maybe I should have swapped it, because over here is the residential district. We got Tia over here. We got Anka. I passed by Coco earlier. Didn't say hi. I didn't say hi to Bruce either. Sorry, guys. We're all best friends. I'll prove it later. Their houses, I've given them stuff over the time. I never unlocked... I don't know if it is actually a feature, but in Happy Home Paradise, I believe it is, you eventually unlock the ability to redecorate your neighbors' houses. I'm not sure if it's just their vacation homes. If that's something you unlock, I never got that. I hit credits and I was like, well, I guess that's it. You'll notice that I've kind of set up, well, you probably don't know whose house is who, but I kind of set up everyone's house to have flowers of their color by them. Renee kind of got the short end of the stick, so she has this entire flower bed of pink and white. And as you'll see, I used all lilies down here because I like the lily. I think it's very cool. I don't have a lot of, I have three flowers, including Lily of the Valley. Diversity in my entire town, but I have a bunch of colors of them to make up for it. So we have pink and white for Renee. We come over here and we have a Lucky Some, and he has white and black. Anka right next to his house, yellow and black. Figured that was good pairing. We got Ribbot. He has black. He just has black. He doesn't have a lot because he has a pool, and he's got the snack machines by his house. It all works out. We got Zucker's home. He's got red and orange. Coco, white, just kind of white. Because she doesn't have a lot of space. Sorry, Coco. I think she has an air conditioner back here. Yeah, I think this air conditioner was a leftover because this used to be Flurry's house, which is like a little snow hamster. So I was like, yeah, she can have a little air conditioner because she's a snow hamster. This is Bruce's house. He's got black and red because he's edgy and cool and my friend. We come over here. We got Flora's house. So, pink and white. And then up in here, we got Tia's, and she's got white and pink. A little bit of synergy there. And then Pietro, he's got red and yellow, the clown colors. So yeah, when we come over here, we can stare at the world's smallest dong. And everyone's house has like a little thing, like a little item to show their personality. Like Pietro being a clown has this little balloon stand. Tia has this little what's cinnamon roll? I'm not like a Sanrio. I've never really done a lot of them. I don't dislike them. Just a little cinnamon roll cafe sign. Bruce is no nonsense. He's just got a clock. She's bird bath. She's a clay rabbit, so I put a clay rabbit out here. I forget what you call these fish wind socks. It's like for a thing. I don't remember what it is though. Sorry. Ribbot has a server, so he can upload his gains. Anka, little Tutankhamun mask. Is that Tutankhamun? I'm not 100. I think that's Tutankhamun. Because she has that pharaoh theme. Renee, I gave her the pink Sentai thing because she has that delinquent thing. So whenever I think of school delinquents, I think like a Japanese thing, and then Super Sentai also kind of goes in with that. So being like a pink Sentai hero, I thought was cool. And then Lucky. It's a doghouse. There's not really much more thought put into it than that. Oh, Snookums. Yeah, I'll go ahead and listen. What's up, Anka? Yeah. There you go. You got to hear him making mischief. Stop on my house. Oh, you want to... now isn't a good time. If you could come over in maybe 10 minutes or so, that would be great for me, though. Sorry, Anka. Yeah, I'm so sorry to shoot you down, Anka. But, we got a little tour to do. So coming over here, once you pass the residential district, you enter, the farm. You can come over, see our boy Cap'n and a turtle fishing. These two chill, just hanging out all day. The side of town's a bit quieter. You can come over here and there's all kinds of crops. There's more pumpkins. This town has pumpkins for days. We got all the fruits you could need. I spent so long in this game, by the way, planting and replanting my apple trees, trying to get a perfect apple before I learned, oh, perfect fruits aren't in this game. Oh, well, damn. Forget about it. Come over here. We got more lilies of the valley, and we have our, this is the quiet part of town, a little romantic spot. You can come over here and you can see Rossetti ready to put the reset on your feelings and get them towards love. We can come over here and there's a wave breaker warning you not to go further because Godzilla's attacking in the distance. The lighthouse. Probably want to stay away. I learned that perspective trick from someone on Twitter. I don't remember who, but I remember saying things like, oh, you can do this. So, you can come over here. You can be serenaded while you get in this rose-shaped bed and you stare lovingly at Rossetti, as you do. And now we're getting into the upper parts where things get a little wild. So, just a bunch of trees and shit. A lot of my town was kind of set up to be, good for getting, those achievements. Like, oh, I want to get all the fish. I want to get all the bugs, You're getting everything else I need. You can come over here. Got a little camp. Over here, I have tulips. So I have tulips in my town. I have lilies in my town. And then lilies of the valley. Those are the only flowers in town. But I do have a bunch of flowers. So, a little camp. You can come over here. You camp. You grill. You can come have a picnic. I put this pot here entirely because, you go out camping and, you smoke some pot. That was the entire joke. That was the entire thing that ran through my head. I put this guy here. I don't know why. He's a forgery, but I liked him, so I put him here. Because also, this is a little camping area, but you're also warned to stay away. Like, hey, go away. That's why this is pointing this way. I have signs pointing ways, kind of being like homes, fruit, whatever. And that one's telling you to go away. We come up here, we got orange and black. And we have our power grid and our internet for the entire island. It's all thrown up here at the top of the mountain so it doesn't disturb people. But things are also a little scary over here. Speaking of scary, there was a little train jump scare that I did not catch until too late, so hopefully that's not too loud in the recording. But yeah, once you get to the top, things are a little haunted up here. You got your scary well. There's a man on the beach. A bunch of scary stuff. Weird phone. What happens if you interact with the phone? I don't want to interact with. Sorry, Pumpkin, but what happens if I interact with? Oh, interesting. I guess the phone doesn't have an interaction, and I'm just going straight through to the jack-o'-lantern. So, you got the creepy part of town. And then here, where this waterfall spent so long making the structure, and then I just walk past it every day and don't think about it. Just to have, a real fancy water structure. As you can see on the map, it, flows down into our home, which is about the halfway point in between, horizontally. It's a bit higher vertically than the halfway point. But, just a cool little waterfall. I thought it was fun. More tulips. We have those grave markers. I think those are I think they're labeled Eastern style gravestone or something like that in the game. Might be grave marker. Oh, and you know what? I think they're just called Eastern style stone because I think we saw earlier the Western style stone. More orange and black warning you. You're getting into the creepy side of town, and someone maybe doing a little seance with a ghost dog. You know how it goes. And then over here, we got red and white. It's like a candy cane. It's just a chill little area. You can come up here. You can chill out. You got your not a moisturizer. What do you call the water thing? It's humidifier. That's what you call it. I had to think about it. You can come up here. You just chill. You can come up with some inventions you can invent. You can take off on this flight pad. There was another one in front of my home because it looks a bit like shit. I'm not a great artist, and I was trying to copy the pixel pattern, and it just doesn't really work. I think to get this looking good, it would have had to been a little bit more interpretive. Over here is kind of an idea that I abandoned because I had gotten this pagoda, and I was like, oh, can I make a little Japanese-style town over here? But I believe that's the only town object other than this special Karopi bridge that I got. So it just kind of ended up becoming, well, fuck it, I'll just throw some Japanese shit over here, which is great design. You come over here, you can play some shogi with some snacks. You can see the moon. This structure took so long to make, and then I fucked it up somehow. I think it was like 1 or 2 tiles off from what I intended, and I had to end up like redoing it. You know, little hot springs. So you know, there's some parts of this town where like I didn't put enough thought into it, and I wish I kind of would have, because there's some beautiful towns that you see in Animal Crossing where artists just go all out. And I did my best, and I'm happy with the results, which is, you know, obviously why I'm showing it off. And over here, we get into the party district, the pleasure district. I don't know what to call it, but you know, we come over here. We got a band featuring all the instruments you would need for a band by perhaps the Misfits of Jim and the Holograms fame. You know, to play. You got, I think, everything that you would need for them. Probably. You know, you got your back room for the band. You know, you can relieve some stress. You can change your clothes in this rocket, or you know, launch it at Jim and the Holograms. Your leisure. There's a little like tool thing here, so you can like, you know, oh, I need this for, you know, the show or whatever. Up here, oh well, we have a Moai head because I love these guys. Over here we have like a little beachside lounge. You know, you can come over here. You can get served watermelon, drink out of an eagle, a falcon. You know, a little bonfire, some pirate stuff, and some cheese. You know, it's all good. You can come over here. You can get your drink on, as it were. But you know, this side of the town is, you know, this is where visitors would go and have some fun. We got our seasons of trains, because once I realized I could do this, I was like, well, of course I'm going to put all of them together and have just, you know, a little seasonal train thing. Excuse me, I almost like choked on my own spit. Over here, it's because I was so excited for basketball. We have a little basketball court. You can watch the teams go at it. I think you're a fake one, right? Yeah, this one's a fake one. You can tell because it'll float. So you got you got the black team, and you got, I mean, there's 2 mantises, but then there's I always forget what you call these guys. Like a dogu something. But you know, there's basketball. This warps you back over to by the museum. We got a steel cage match going here. That is being judged by a skeleton. You know, it's just some beach shit. You know, if you want to go do beach shit, you know, it's an island. You probably want to do beach shit. Over here, there's a duck. There's a cannon, in case, you know, we're being attacked by enemies. You know, a little magic show with a little, I was gonna say an organ grinder, but that's not an organ grinder. I'm not sure. But then it connects back, and the kind of idea for this was like, oh, the fun stuff of town will be on the left, and the kind of more quiet, like residential stuff is on the right, which was the plan. And also, you know, we put a steering wheel here because, you know, what if this island was like a boat, like you might have seen in One Piece, you know, an island boat. Crazy idea. And here's that other end to that pipe. So that's town. We could talk to the residents and stuff, but you know, it's Animal Crossing. If you've played this game, they're still saying the same shit that they've been saying since 2020, aside from the little updates they've done, you know, over the years. So we can come over here and I guess get to the house. I'm not sure if there's anything that I meant to talk about. I also put a red feather here just for, you know, haha. Let's get into the home. The home has a overarching theme. So in New Leaf, my home had a seasons theme. And I believe that gave me 2 rooms because, you know, you get 6 rooms. Is that right? 6 rooms? Yeah, you get 6 rooms in Animal Crossing. So, you know, season theme. So 4 of my rooms are taken up by seasons, which gave me a room to be like, oh, this is my bedroom. And then I had one that I was trying to make like a chessboard that I don't think I ever managed to finish. Hard to say. But I can kind of explain the theme of my home just by, if you take a little gander just around this. Oh, someone's here. Is it Anka? Oh, Tia. Yep. Schmoopy's here. Come on in, Tia. You can take the tour with us. Well, you know, you can sit here and ponder just a little bit longer. Yep. Oh, you're saying making mischief now. That's not what you should be saying. You should be saying outrageous. Anka's been rubbing off on you. I suppose we should talk to you instead of just leaving you in the lurch. You can wonder about the theme a little bit longer. Yeah, I know you were close. I saw you. Extra yummy. A pear. I do like pears. I like pears a lot. I don't get them very often. I don't eat a lot of fruit anymore, to be honest. But okay, let's keep the spending going. And if you haven't figured it out yet, I mean, maybe you just don't have the working knowledge to figure it out, which, you know, there's no shame in that. The theme is, it's the what do you call it? The Golden Pyramid Hub from Wario Land 4. So each direction like represents like, you know, oh, we have the nature passage, and you can see like the mask of like the Golden Diva. You know, you got nature. You come over here and you got to the Ruby passage, which is like technology and stuff. And you can even see, you know, I kind of try to recreate the boss with a cuckoo clock and a bird. You know, you got some technology shit over here. On the corner, you have the, you know, the little music test area, which doesn't actually have the music from the game, which is very good. You know, you got some Mario shit thrown in here and there, some money, you know, it's a treasure map. We got the Topaz passage, which is like toy themed. I don't know if I can kind of back up. I can't really get the camera. I know there's a way to detach the camera. I don't remember which one would do it exactly. I could start decorating. I feel like there's a way. Oh, I can't decorate since she's here. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. You know, there's just like a little face up here. You can see a little smiley face with a monocle. I forget what's on the other side. I think it might be an eye patch. A little face with the garland. I think you call it garland. And a crown. Got a little hamster and a big bear. You know, maybe for reasons. You know, blocks. And then over here we have the Sapphire Passage, which would be the spooky passage. So, you know, there's... Oh, yeah. See you later. I thought you would want to see the rest of the house. I guess you just came in, sat on the whoopee cushion, gave me a pear, and then took off. You know, not a bad interaction with a guest. We'll wave goodbye. But yeah, you know, it's a spooky passage. You just got some spooky garland, some spider webs, and then a black cat to represent the boss. And see, it's, you know, there's also a bat behind the cat, as it were. So let's go about this in order. So I have two that aren't. Wait, I have two that aren't. No, I have one that isn't themed because we get 6 rooms, and I use the first room to be like, this is the hub. So, you know, then we have, you know, the emerald, the ruby, the topaz, and the sapphire passage. So I have one room that isn't themed. Maybe we'll leave that room for last. That room's interesting. So the emerald passage, I decided was, you know, it's more natural themed. So I made this room also video game themed because I'm a loser, I guess. And it is supposed to be Click Clock Wood from Banjo-Kazooie. You know, you have spring, you have summer, you got fall, you got winter. You know, in hindsight, maybe having used green here and some kind of like yellow natural blanket would have been good, since in Banjo-Kazooie, summer is like yellow. But I mean, you know, I liked the pink. And then we got our different colored trees too. You know, things to represent stuff around Click Clock Wood. And I thought, you know, the forest life. This is forest life, right? That's what you call this one? Yeah, forest life. I thought like, oh, you know, this like original like Animal Crossing song, you know, a very good fit for Click Clock Wood. Unfortunately, because this room is rectangular, it is a bit cramped, but you know, it's fun. We got a big golden bear because, you know, it's Banjo-Kazooie. How could you not do it? And, you know, a little puzzle for Banjo-Kazooie. You know, just a cute little room. I had fun with it. I was really happy whenever they added the ability to do accent walls, because while I did like this forest wall for it, you know, being able to do the aurora to kind of do like, oh, now it's cold, you know, it's fun. I probably could have done a little bit, you know, maybe something fit a little bit better. Maybe I could have made a custom one. I'm not sure. But this forest floor, which I believe is more fall themed, really came in clutch for making this all come together in my mind. So now we will head to the Ruby Passage. And this one may be a bit of a stretch because that one's like technology. And there's a lot of, you know, in the Ruby Passage, there's a lot of greed. So I was thinking technology, what do I want to do? And maybe I could have done something more technology based. But I decided to make Scrooge McDuck's Money Bin. And you know, when I realized that I could have a duck sitting in front of a throne looking at his lucky dime, I was like, I got to do it. So I just put a bunch of, you know, ritzy hoity-toity bullshit in here, a bunch of like actual paintings, you know, a bunch of just stuff that was very expensive. I really liked when I realized I could make this shower heads spray into this jacuzzi and the water kind of ripples out a little bit. I believe that might just be the jacuzzi effect. But I had fun with this one because, you know, there are a lot of like neat little items I wanted to use and throw around, but I was like, I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put them. And then, you know, it was just like, well, just throw all my hoity-toity money stuff in one room. From there, we'll go to the Topaz Passage, which, you know, this one might be better saved later, but also this one might be a bit of a stretch because the Topaz theme is like toy themed, a lot of like toys and games. And so this one, you know, I tried to make it fun, tried to make it very toyetic, which isn't how that word is supposed to be used. But it is my bedroom. You know, I made the bedroom very cutesy, very toy-like, and here you can see best friends with every single one of these villagers. You know, put them all on my wall. You'll notice that Daisy's up there too. Daisy was in my town for a long time. And then she offered to leave at one point, and I was like, I do love Daisy, but I did have 3 normal type personalities, and I was like, maybe I can get lucky out of this. And, you know, I didn't get lucky on getting lucky, but I did get lucky like I managed earlier. And, you know, just a bunch of stuff around the room to kind of decorate it and make it fun. What's this one? This is a KK Disco, I believe. I really like KK Disco. So, you know, I just tried to make it like cutesy and fun. You know, a lot of toys. A little loop on the third. You know, just stuff that's useful. Oh, there's our town flag. That is Pizzazz's face. Pizzazz being the leader of the Misfits. Because in New Leaf, I had Jim. Jim's face was my town flag. So I was like, well, I just got to do that again, you know. Can't not do it. Plus, that means the next Animal Crossing game will be very fun for me. Also, you know, to add to it being Wario, you know, money around and stuff. But, you know, here's the Wario outfit. We got a crown up there. Not at a good angle to see it. Because in, you know, Wario Land 4, if you do really, really good on levels, if you, well, it's, I believe, unless I've forgotten, which I might have forgotten. I don't think I forgot, though. It is if you get to 10,000 coin or over gems, whatever, in a level, you get a gold crown. So I figured, you know, we'll use that to represent that in that level. So the Sapphire Passage is like horror themed. So I decided, you'll never believe it. As a white 30-year-old American, I'm a big fan of Twin Peaks. So I decided, oh, I'll make the red room, you know, the Black Lodge. You know, I thought it was a fun little recreation, doing what I could with the room. Even included, oh shit, I haven't seen The Return in a while, but I forget what is he just called the arm, I believe, the tree that unfortunately replaces oh shit, I don't know if the Dancing Man has a name or a title, but unfortunately they replace his actor with the tree doing a impersonation of him because that dude wanted more money than I guess the studio would like allow, which is bullshit because it's like you're really gonna cut out one of the most like iconic is the word I was looking for, most iconic Twin Peaks like moments and characters. It seems ridiculous, but that's what happened from what I understand about the situation. So that's all my rooms. The Sapphire Passage was horror themed, so I figured, you know, Black Lodge, it fits. You know, I feel like all of them are probably a stretch beyond Click Clock Wood, which is very natural. This last one, this one was just for me, baby, and this room got a little unhinged at one point because this room was my haunted. It was like supposed to be a haunted like party room. So, you know, I had it all like laid out or whatever. So like you could come down here and you could have a fucking rager. You come in here, you get your candy, you party. You know, you got your DJ. You know, you got Jack watching over you on 2 sides. You know, but then they released the gyroids and I was like, "Oh, this is the gyroids party now actually." They're the ones partying. They showed up for Jack-o'-lantern's party. Jack-o'-lantern being him, not Jack the Czar of Halloween. They're very different individuals. So this room ended up being very fun. And I also love these the wallpapers that kind of have a bit of like a parallax, almost holographic effect. I thought that was very cool to kind of have like an open wall of that, and while the rest is, you know, the spooky wallpaper. I feel like this made the HRA. HRA, is that what they are? The Happy Room Academy? I think that's it. A little upset with me because there were just suddenly gyroids everywhere. That either lost me a lot of points or it got me more because they were like, yes, you threw more shit in here. Great job. So yeah, that's my town. I've stopped playing Animal Crossing since. Like I said, my goal for a long time was to complete the nuke miles, and once I did that, I kind of stopped playing daily and then focused more on like, oh well, I need to get lucky because you know, I want to have the perfect village, and you know, Daisy's offering to leave. So once I got lucky and I got his poster, I was like, yeah, you know, I'm pretty good. I've done everything I want to do with this game. I've made this town the best I could make it. You know, it could be better. Very, very happy with my house. I had so much damn money that at one point I was just like, oh, hey, one of my friends who's currently playing this game, just take it. I don't fucking need it anymore. And they wouldn't take all of it, but they did, you know, they didn't take a little. But I was just like, I'm really not going to use it. Yeah, I really love Animal Crossing. I've loved it for a long time. I'm sure that's obvious. I'm sure it's been obvious pre this moment, and probably especially in this moment. Like, oh yeah, this guy's a moron who loves it. Well, there's nothing wrong with loving Animal Crossing, but I am a moron who loves Animal Crossing. Not that loving Animal Crossing makes you a moron, but it's a lot of fun for me. It's very relaxing. You know, obviously this game came out, you know, at like the very, very beginning, or near the beginning of the pandemic. So, you know, a lot of people got real into it for that. And, you know, it was a good time for it to come out, you know, for, you know, people writ large, you know, looking for something to do. Especially for me, because I was just like, oh, great, cool. I can play this game. I can just listen to a podcast, play this game, make my town. And I put a lot of time into this game. Like, I forget if, well, I could probably see it now. Go to my page. I think it's like 700 hours or some shit. Yeah, nearly 700 hours of this game. I played a lot of this game, really loved it, and I'm probably not going to play it again. You know, I put a lot of time into it. I've done everything I wanted to do. The town's in good hands, you know. Isabel will keep it running. Townspeople will stay happy. And if they don't, you know, I'll be sleeping in my bed, and they can, you know, break out the guillotine and take out the bourgeoisie of Misfitsin. They can take the wealth, you know, use it for what they want. Although, you know, I feel like, you know, I put the town in a pretty good spot. You know, spent a lot of money getting it this way, a lot of time. So, you know, maybe please don't break out the guillotine. But if they have to, I understand. You know, I understand. So that has been Animal Crossing. Oh, I was going to stand in the airport. It's Animal Crossing New Horizons. You were probably aware of it.